By clawing her. Can you picture his little T-Rex claw slapping her tits? Starts laughing and just leaves.
Yeah, 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 you like that? Yeah, that's why they call me Night Daddy.
Scratching and trying to prod his claw up.
I'm imagining a half-naked Mersh chasing her out of a hotel room with his little claw arms in the air, bullfrogging his neck out to full length as like a mating display.
Hey, come on, get back here. Don't act like I can't catch a cat. Hey, wait. Hey, baby, come back. Hey, come on. Night Daddy needs some. Come on, I gotta get my dick wet. Hey, baby, don't mind my goiter. Oof.
Other people are screaming and running down the hallways.
Making like an alligator rattle sound.
A deep bellow from their mouths.
It means that, like, when a guy is trying to touch you, but he doesn't know how, like, it's an awkward.
Are you saying he doesn't know where your hole is?
Your hole? God, Jesse, kind of sounds like the pot calling the kettle black here. Are you sure you're married? Oof. Yuck. What do you mean he's right? Yuck. I'm very pleasing in bed. Yuck. Come back. Come on. Yuck.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's edition of the Whitfield Report. And I am your host, Sam Whitfield, broadcasting live from South Florida. And nice little palate cleanser there for the intro. A little comedy to start off the evening. That is one of the latest sketches from our good friends over at Philip Wave, run by the fine folks over at Ian Ellis LLC. So tonight's show, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be about two Gunts. Specifically, the Gunt brothers, Ethan Ralph, and then Gunt Jr., aka Mersh, aka Mike Shealy, or if you're Mr. Medicare, Mike Shillelagh, the fucking Irishman. So it's going to be a jam-packed show. I know a bunch of you guys were wanting me to talk about the Medicare stream last week, but I had already scheduled a guest for last week's show prior to, the Medicare stream happening and whatnot. But anyway, we have a jam-packed show for you tonight. And joining me tonight is Mr. WhiskeyRunnerOne, who I will bring up on stream, and he should be here now. And Mr. Whiskey, welcome to the program. How are you?
I'm doing all right, Sammy. How are you?
Good. Can you hear me okay and everything?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay.
This platform is weird as fuck. I'm going to say that, but yeah, it seems to be working.
Yeah, it's it's kind of like an alternative to Google Hangouts when that was around.
It looks like some StreamYard shit or something like that.
Yeah, it is essentially it's basically Streamlabs' version of StreamYard, basically.
Okay.
OBS has been giving me some trouble for the last 2 weeks, so I figured I would pay the $15 a month and try this out. So that's what we're doing. But at any rate, thanks for coming on and thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Just getting right down to it. When I met you, you were into the whole Ethan Ralph kind of era.
Well,
being,
I'm just generally a blood sports guy, right? So Ethan came kind of with the territory.
right. But you weren't too familiar with Mersh, so I'm curious to kind of know your opinion. What were your thoughts on Mersh before the Medicare stream occurred? Did you really know much about Mersh other than from?
So Mersh had previously spent a little bit of time in the blood sports arena. Not much though. I've seen him in the chat in the Kumite, once in a while. But what really stuck out to me about Mersh was when him and Royce got wrecked by Styx 666. And they were forced to sing him happy birthday. But that wasn't the most humiliating thing about that stream. The real reason I remember them having to sing happy birthday to him, one thing that you can remember from the clip is Styx really insisting that they not do that they just make a video and do it later, because it's kind of not only is it humiliating for them, but it's embarrassing for him as well, right? To have these little bitches bow down to him like that. But what really kind of set the whole stage for that was that they had called Styx a pedophile, and he came back firing hot with, I've contacted my lawyer and he is happy to pursue a defamation lawsuit. That's what brought that on. Mersh and Royce were shitting their pants.
Yeah.
When he said that. This is why they decided that it would be appropriate to admit their bitches. So that was like my previous experience with Royce and / Mersh,
So really the Kumite was really the only thing that you were familiar with, and then the embarrassment that they had with Styx. And then I think around the time that you and I and Apex had met, by that point I had been out of the Owen Benjamin circle, and really I had been out of Mersh's circle of people at that time, and I don't think anything really happened that you were aware of up until Mersh did the "I was nice to you," freak out that he did.
Yeah, that was some more bitch shit, right? Like, just once again, just reinstating how much of a bitch that you can act like. I what the fuck is this? I was nice to you shit, right? Like, and it seems, Sammy, that there's a running theme with him in this, and the whole "I was nice to you," and now you're doing this, now you're backstabbing me, now you're talking shit, and it's like the whole Ethan Ralph syndrome, right? This is also what provokes Ethan.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that you mentioned that too, because Ethan Ralph recently said that Mersh, that Mersh is like an honest dude, and that he's a great guy. And
of course, they're two peas in the same retarded pod.
Yeah, which is exactly why I call Mersh Gunt Jr. for all intents purposes. And I do want to get that nickname trending, because I do think listen, Mersh wants to be Mr. E-celeb, and he wants to follow in Ralph's footsteps. So what better way than to give him a nickname that he's so rightfully deserves, right?
Well, I mean, Mersh would have to get himself a horse and then marry that said horse in a bowling alley, and fuck off the rest of his life. So he ain't quite there yet.
I mean,
got a little work to do.
I mean, he's been
You know,
he's been
they both recently bought shitty used vehicles and think that, you know, these things are fucking $100,000 Ferraris and that's about how much they cost to repair these pieces of shit after they break. So, you know, yeah, they seem to be following in the same footsteps, but making a little bit different mistakes.
Yeah, I mean it's you know it's real bizarre. There was Mersh lore that was uncovered in the Medicare stream that even I wasn't aware of that of, and I had no idea about any of the Suicide Watch you know shit. I knew a little bit about Mersh's stand-up comedy career from when he you know, from when he came on my show that one time, but he also left a lot out. I had no idea about any of the stuff with Bobo or anything like that, and I had no idea about the about the Suicide Watch, which was possibly one of the most cringe slash hilarious moments of the Medicare stream. Um, and also, being a Medicare fan, what do you think of the whole fallout between? Uh, I mean, I guess there wasn't even really. It's not like they were close, but what do you think of the beef between Mersh and Medicare per se? What's your opinion on that?
I don't know a whole lot about their beef. From what I understand, is that you know, Mersh gets these harebrained fucking ideas. I think somewhere along the lines, he might have got a little bit of marketing, like training or classes or something, and then he just decided I'm gonna apply that to what the fuck is going on in my internet life, and he's always trying to punch up to try and, you know, bring himself up to other people's level, but the problem is he can't do a pull-up, so because his ass is too damn fat, so there's no way he's pulling himself up to anybody's level, and he is, you know, too damn weak to drag anybody down to his level. So, you know, that's where you end up with this. From what I understand, he just took a shot at Medicare because Medicare's cancer, man, and you know, Medicare gave him a little bit of what he wanted, some attention from Daddy Jim. That shit to me is fucking pathetic, man. Get the fuck out of here. Jim's an entertainer, right? This is what the fuck he does. So be entertained. Jim's not anybody's fucking daddy. That shit's cringe as fuck. Get the fuck out of here. Don't idolize motherfuckers on the internet. That shit's retarded.
Well, see, and I agree with you 100%. And you know, I've always said I appreciate when people, you know, appreciate what I do with the show, but I'm not looking for worshippers or people to you know, ship me necessarily. I think that's cringe as well. But you know, this is coming from a man who calls himself the Night Daddy, and you know, calls himself the Night King or whatever of the internet, you know, in his own circle. So you know, his need for a daddy figure is
the only daddy he is of anybody is fucking some kids he ain't paying no child support for because there's probably illegitimate children of his out there, I'm sure.
Yeah, you know, who knows? We
and it seems to me like you know, if Mersh had a father figure in his life at all, his father figure was weak.
Well, and supposedly there's stuff on the Mersh subreddit that kind of indicates that I'm trying to help right now. But anyway, I guess
and this is why he idolizes men on the internet, right? This is why Big Daddy Jim is who he is to that man.
Yeah. Well, you know, and it's the same case with Owen Benjamin, strangely enough. You know, what's funny about the whole thing with Owen Benjamin was, you know, Mersh and Royce were both goofing on Owen for a long time. And then once they got famous off of Owen, all of a sudden they decided, oh, Owen's not that bad. And I will say this, I don't think they've necessarily, I wouldn't say they're joining the Bears, but they're definitely not antagonizing Owen like they used to. So in a weird way, Owen has also become Mersh's dad alongside Ralph, I would say, which is really, again, weird as fuck. So kind of jumping around here then, what do you think of the Ralph versus Medicare stream that happened last week? Did you get a chance to watch any of that live or?
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it live. I don't know. The stream was what it was. It was a pathetic fucking excuse for a man, getting destroyed by someone who you kind of feel bad for. Mr. Medicare is clearly sick. Total lack of an immune system. And like you said, he's trying to duck and dodge to the fucking Mayo Clinic, which is the sickest people on earth. And the sick man destroyed him.
Yeah, I mean, it seems the thing that I think was real interesting is, I mean, Jim, in my estimation, the way you kind of described him to me before, because I didn't know that much about Medicare or really any of these characters prior to the whole, Owen / Mersh saga. But I remember you described, Medicare, maybe it was Apex, who should be joining us here soon. I don't know where the game is. Probably got into a car wreck again or something.
He is a fucking car wreck.
It needs to be resuscitated by Alan.
Yeah, mouth to mouth from another dude. That's what he gets.
Well, you're not going out there to rescue him.
I'm also not giving him mouth to mouth either.
Well, but that's what he wants.
That's some gay shit, bro.
Well, it's it's Gamma, man. What are you gonna do? But the way Jim was kind of described to me at first was kind of the internet's Joker, I guess. Just kind of being just kind of like a random force of nature. But everything I've seen from Jim, he seems more of like the the internet's like cool uncle per se. And in this case, he really seemed to try and like sit Ralph down and explain a lot of his problems, and Ralph just wasn't willing to hear it, in my view.
Yeah. Well, Ralph was too drunk and on pills to even be paying attention to where he was. He asked several times if they were on Jarbo's stream, and there was a couple of times he referenced that he was the host. So he didn't even know where the fuck he was. And yeah, I mean, that was a fucking train wreck. Ethan's career is going to be over now, besides the fact of just sitting back and watching him destroy the rest of what's left.
Yeah. Now, I mean, if you could kind of walk me through how did Ethan get there? Because he wasn't always like this, from my understanding. And this is where kind of your expert into the whole IBS thing comes in handy. So, where did Ralph begin versus where he is now? Because I briefly remember Ralph at the beginning of 2016, and he he didn't really seem too far out there. He just seemed like another political talking head, more or less.
So Ralph entered the blood sports arena in the Kumite. Basically, I think it was right after he got out of jail. He swung on a cop and missed, and still got charged for assaulting an officer. So he went and did 6 months, I believe, in his county jail. He got out and immediately went right back to the Ralph retort. I think writing his blog, starting out with his blog. And that's actually when he was fucking around with Aid. After that, he jumped into the Kumite and started doing matches probably, I don't know, once every week or two. He'd have it out with somebody. He had it out with Baked. A couple other guys that people would probably know. And I can't think of any of the other ones off the top of my head. So that would have been like 2016, 2017. Ralph was mostly sober at that point in time and a lot more coherent. And I would even go as far to say as he was respected in the blood sports community. He had it out with Tonka, had it out with Warski. So, the problem is he has gotten into the spiral where he has burned bridges with people that were once, bringing him popularity, and this alcohol and drug abuse. The combination of those three things is what's fucked up his career.
On top of his life, too. I mean, this is a guy who, to be honest, I'm honestly surprised he's alive. I mean, everyone calls him the Gunt for obvious reasons. But
so I sent you two things in the DM between me, you, and Apex. If you want to play the video clip first, or not the video clip, excuse me, the YouTube clip first, you can put a little context behind some of this here.
Sure. Let me open up Discord real quick. So yeah,
there was once upon a time where Ethan Ralph wasn't a just magnificently fat bastard, and not a total scumbag either when it came to morals. But he's really honestly been around since Gamergate.
Right.
I just haven't been hanging around this sector of the internet for that long.
Well, that's the other thing I was going to say. I do remember Mr. Medicare from Gamergate back when he was the internet aristocrat, and that was around the time that like Undoomed and Bearing and all of these other like early anti-SJW YouTubers were kind of a big deal.
Yeah, and they all spent their time in blood sports. Baron came down, he did a couple matches. I do believe you said Undamned?
Undoomed, or
okay.
Yeah.
That name sounds familiar too. He might have done some too. But yeah, a lot of these YouTubers came out for this and did at least one or two fights versus another YouTuber.
Yeah, well, I remember Undoomed was actually one of the first people to kind of, I guess he had a beef with PPP for a while and did a couple of videos on him, which was actually how I initially found out about PPP. So
Black Pigeon Speaks, he came out, I think, and did a couple of rounds. You had King of Pole. Yeah, there was just a whole lot of people that got fucking just wrecked in that sector.
Yeah, I remember that. Now, okay, I think, let's see here. If I can get this clip.
This whole thing was was almost organized like wrestling, because that's what Tonka, that's what Tonka was. Tonka was an amateur wrestler. So he knew the ins and outs of wrestling, and that's how he set his show up. So it was basically the marketing of WWF back in the day, with all the extreme same shit, the interviews in the back and all that sort of shit. With YouTubers that had a genuine beef with each other.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what birthed this whole sector and what made Ethan what he is.
Yeah. I don't think I ever tuned into the early blood sports matches, but I do remember hearing about them for sure.
This right here, you can see here that Ethan looked like he was in much better shape, in early 2018 than early 2019. He had put on a massive amount of weight.
Oh yeah, he looks way different than he does now. Not even close. And to Ash in the chat, he says, "Bro, I loved Undoomed videos. Is he still a thing?" I was in his Discord for a while, Ash, on one of my old accounts. I think he still does videos on occasion. He's not as active as he used to be. I know that he has a job in like some big media companies, so I don't know if he got found out and that prevented him from continuing doing videos or what. But I definitely know that his group of fans is still out there, the Undoomed salt mining company. But so I'm hoping that this will kind of play through. All right. So this is, so to kind of set this up,
this is one of Ethan's blood sports when he really started getting into the drinking and the pills heavily.
So this was around 2018 or so?
I would say probably more like 2019.
Okay.
I didn't dox him. That's not true. That's not true. As a matter of fact, no, it's not true. No, it's not true. Fuck yourself, you piece of shit, faggot motherfucker.
Yeah, so apparently this thing glitched in the middle of the video. I think we're back. We should be, at least. Can you hear me, Whiskey?
Yeah.
Okay. Yet technical difficulties drink, and I don't have a drink, unfortunately. But there we go. But anyway, I don't know if that cut off while we were in the middle of the clip, but
it said faggot and then it was done. So I don't know if maybe the fucking your streaming platform might not like the F slur. Let's find out again.
Yeah, let's do it. Well, it did that. Yeah, let's see. It did this last week too when I was on with Foul Ball Productions. So it could just be a glitch with StreamYard. I don't know.
They really got their shit together.
Yeah.
Xander, I didn't dox him. That's not true. That's not true. As a matter of fact, no, it's not true. No, it's not true. Fuck yourself, you piece of shit, faggot motherfucker. No, it's not true. Piece of shit. And if I had to guess, it was probably you that fucking doxed him. Motherfucking lying, cocksucking faggot motherfucker. You want to holler over me every fucking second? I can just scream over you too, you piece of shit motherfucker. Keep fucking running your mouth. I'll just keep hollering. You motherfucking piece of shit. Eat a fucking cock. Go kill yourself. You fucking piece of motherfucking shit! I fucking goddamn! Oh, we can just holler over each other all fucking day! Oh, yeah!
Yeah, get the fuck out.
Fuck you, motherfucker! I ain't leaving, bitch! You leave! What the fuck am I gonna leave for?
Because I can be on YouTube still.
Oh,
bitch.
wow! With your little 30 people on YouTube, oh my god, please!
I got more subs than you right now.
Okay!
Now, to me, that sounds like every Ethan Ralph meltdown I've ever heard. Basically.
Yeah. So, I also sent you a video. Hopefully you can play that next. This is where the lore for it sets up the lore for what's in the video.
Okay. Yeah. Let me. I think let me see if I can play. I think if I can play it through StreamYard, I should be able to screen share my desktop and play it that way, I think. So let me see what we've got going on here. So
otherwise I can give you probably another video with the timestamp if you need that instead.
Let's see what happens.
If that's easier.
Let's see what happens here. Let's see. What happened? The stream apparently died or something like that. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Will this support MKV? No, it won't.
All right. Here, hang on. All right, in that chat, I just sent you the link for this. The timestamp is going to be like 33:15.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, it's the Fall of the Guns Guard. I just started watching that last night, actually. Pretty entertaining, man. Documentaries are coming out on everyone these days.
It's sad though, because this is Drummer 828's last documentary.
Ooh,
F's in the chat for Drummer 828.
that is a bummer. Well, supposedly, on a side note, speaking of documentaries, the porcelain documentary on Mersh is going to be 4 hours long, which I thought would be long at first, but after sitting through a 6 hour, Medicare stream with just porcelain and Medicare talking, 4 hours ain't nothing.
The reason why drummer 828 isn't doing it anymore is basically because YouTube put their fucking boot on his throat too hard.
So you said 33 minutes?
Yeah, about 33 minutes you can start it at.
Okay, let's see. All right.
See Pete's in the chat. Hey Pete, how you doing? Should probably do some shout outs here, Sam. We got good old Robbie in the chat. The real official amazing Adam.
Oh,
these are new people to me.
Oh shit!
But
yeah,
nice to see everybody.
We've got new people. We've got good old Robin. We've got real official amazing Adam, and yeah, the stream app took a dump. Oh, we have Pete. We have Pete Tard in the chat.
Yeah, I said Pete's in the chat. We got Johnny Arcade, Miss Whiskey,
legendary Johnny Arcade. So you got. Oh, this is interesting. So Johnny got a criminal organization strike he did from Owen's video.
Wow.
So yeah, to give you context for that whiskey, and Johnny, correct me if I'm wrong on this since it's been a while. So John Arcade, as most of you know, and I think Whiskey, you know this. John Arcade is the guy who Owen accused of sending poison gummies to his home.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, and nobody knows really what who sent the gummies. We just know that they were sent, and
were they indeed poisonous?
No, Eric Nimmer, who was Owen's sidekick, actually ate them along with another one of Owen's mods. But there was this, but he got the Bears.
It was a bag of dicks.
Yep, it was a bag of dicks.
Very fitting.
Yeah. So I think the criminal organization strike was based off of one video that Johnny made back in the day, and it was like trying to tie us all together into some weird conspiracy.
Johnny says nobody knows who sent them. It wasn't me. Yeah, Johnny, I don't know that I would have wasted my money on some dumb shit like that either.
Yeah, no, none. I keep getting emails to this day from people claiming that they were the ones who sent the gummies, but no one's been able to send receipts or.
It's probably Mersh.
Well,
Pete blames Ethan Ralph.
Well, yeah, when in doubt, blame the guns.
Blame Ralph. Yes, that makes sense.
So that always works out well. But anyway,
he says Ethan knows that we would never suspect him to give up food, especially not if it was a trash burger.
Neither would Mersh though. I mean, I don't know if you heard about this, but But apparently, while Mersh was in Vegas, Jesse P.S. from Pod Awful was sending Mersh Uber Eats nonstop, and has been sending him Uber Eats, and Mersh can't not eat them, so he just eats all these Uber Eats orders that people are sending him.
The guy's weight just goes up and down, up and down, up. Like Jesse is fucking with his fucking sugar level so bad. He's gonna send the guy into like fucking hyperbolic diabeticism, and like fucking before he's 45, he's gonna be dead, just drop dead. You can just imagine his fucking blood sugar just going through the roof and then coming back down because he's starving.
Yeah, if it's not from that, it's going to be from.
He was fucking. I saw his show I tuned in last night to Nightwave for 3 minutes, and I'll tell you why I tuned in. Because there was a lot of smoke on the internet that Royce got killed. And I wanted to see if it was true. So I got to tune in for 3 minutes, right? Just to see how Mersh is behaving. That's all I need to know to confirm it. And Mersh was acting like a normal person. But in that 3 minutes I had to watch, he was bragging about being down, 33 fucking pounds or something.
32 pounds.
From like over 300 pounds or something. It's like, dude, that's not a major accomplishment, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm still over 250 pounds. You're still a fat motherfucker then, bro. God damn. It's not something I would really be bragging about.
Well, it takes, go easy on him. When you're an alcoholic like he is, it takes discipline to not, drink for, a week or even a few days when you've had COVID. And his latest excuse is that, well, I'm just going to put on water weight again from working out. Which, yeah, again, we would like to see footage of that, Mersh. But then when anyone asks him for footage, he bans people. So.
And Larry, I would agree with you that any weight loss is a triumph. But the problem is he's just going to put it back on as soon as Jesse sends him more food.
Exactly.
And he's got to be able to control that. The win here is making Jesse waste a whole bunch of money. That's the double win for fucking Mersh, right? But like Sam, you said, Mersh can't do it. He doesn't have any self-control. No,
he absolutely doesn't. And the other thing too, Larry, that I would ask people, and I would ask Mersh's fans this, is how do we know that Mersh has been working out? Because he won't post photos of himself at the gym to Instagram or whatever, because apparently only gay guys and women do that, which oddly enough, that sounds like something that Owen would say as well.
I mean, it's just part of a normal workout regimen, right? Like that's the whole thing. I mean, even the fags who were out here doing like P90X and shit, right? That was the deal. You took your picture on fucking day number 1. You took your picture on day number fucking 90. You matched them up. That's how you knew how much progress you made.
Yeah, it's not. We're not asking for like shots every day, but just general progress. All we see from Mersh is his head.
It's part of keeping a log, but I bet he doesn't write nothing down either, even though he says, I carry my little backpack and my pencil and my notebook. Okay, then you should have photos too. That's part of documenting the process.
Yeah. Well, and he, the week that the night that the Medicare stream, happened, or the Medicare premiere with him in Porcelain, he didn't even address it. And instead he went on like a 20-minute rant about, or not really a rant, but a 20-minute diatribe about his exercise routine. And it was like, he was like, I did 16 minutes on a on a bike And then I did 12 reps of dumbbells, and it didn't make sense for him at all.
Yeah, well, I don't know. He's probably doing just his own thing. He's probably not doing a workout that's tailored for the type of weight loss that he is trying to accomplish. If he's lifting dumbbells and that sort of thing, that's more strength training than knocking off calories. I would really think that his main interest would be in dumping the calories so he could get rid of the weight. After that would probably be a good time to think about strength training and getting your muscles back in shape, getting toned. But I think he's got to cut before he can do any of that.
Well, he's got to quit drinking beer. Which again is not something he's wanting to do.
Well, Sammy, there again, diet and exercise go hand in hand, right? I think people can generally do what they want. You could eat like a fucking horse if you wanted to, but the problem is that it would take 8 hours a day to eat that much food in the first place. If you want to eat like that, to 5,000 to 10,000 calories a day, and then fucking you'd have to work out for 8 hours a day to burn what you're basically putting on plus just to maintain.
Yeah. Which we're not, like I said, we're not seeing any of that.
So he can drink 1,000 calories in beer a day, but he's got to add that to what he ate, what he ingested throughout the rest of the day, and then he's got to do the equivalent plus some to not gain any weight, to continue to lose weight.
Which we haven't seen what that is at all. But
we see what he ingests though, right? So you can imagine what kind of work it would take to continuously be able to lose weight with that eating regimen and drinking regimen.
Yeah.
Let's read some of these comments. Got Johnny Arcade. You can always tell people who are in their first month or so of working out because they have a book with them to write shit in. The Real Official Amazing Adam, I lift and walk every day at work. That's pretty cool. It's nice that you have a job that allows you to do that. Good old Robbie, I saw him get winded after clapping his fat ass for 30 seconds. Larry says, I was his age 30 years ago. I was running a couple of miles every day, did a crap load of push-ups and sit-ups, and did martial arts, and was on a very strict diet. Yeah, that makes a huge difference, right? Like, I stay in relatively good shape, but this is because I spend a lot of time climbing shit. High ladders, towers, fucking grain legs, all sorts of shit. So, a guy stays in shape when he's constantly burning calories all day. It doesn't matter how much a guy eats.
Yeah.
Pete says, I stay in shape because women are fast and I'm a professional gang stalker.
Well, Pete's actually been around for a while. Actually, I've seen him, in a couple of those streams, and I can't confirm or deny that, but I will say there have been a couple of women that have gone missing from streams. So I get. So, Miss Whiskey, I hope you can run fast because Pete might be on your trail. So,
Pete's like a fucking velociraptor.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he be chasing them bitches.
That's right.
So, okay, I finally got that Ethan Ralph clip queued up.
Oh, but I look like Jake Gyllenhaal
Oh, okay.
with those farmer muscles, don't I?
You changed your name.
Oh, he's so sexy. Can you do the ode to Jim again?
Name, faggot? Why'd you change your birth name, huh?
You really think that's a huge thing, man?
Yeah,
like, you've been going on about that.
Because you can't fucking own what you did in life.
If it was such a huge deal, Ralph.
Yeah,
why wouldn't I have done it in the state that hides it?
Your name,
Ralph. If it was such a huge deal, why would I have not gone to a state that lets you hide it?
You're
just
such
like LLCs.
A coward that you changed the name your daddy gave you because you're.
My daddy.
You're
not my
you're
daddy, not my Ronnie.
Coward, yeah, motherfucker.
Not my Ronnie.
Big of a bitch. You know what? You can make all the jokes you want.
I'm gonna make a lot of them.
Watch this show. They're not gonna
watch
change
what
the
show?
Name.
Watch what
change
show?
The name.
Ralph, you have no audience. Your audience is dead. It's gone.
Yeah, okay.
What audience?
Like
what
your
show?
life will be here in about 5 years, cancer patient, nigger. Fuck you.
Whoa. Okay. Hold on.
Big boy words.
Let's keep the gamer words to a minimum for the time being.
Ralph screams, "I'm not angry," and then starts dropping N-bombs. Seems like you're a little upset.
Oh, you've never dropped an N-bomb, you fucking loser.
Oh, you're a little early, Sam.
You're 33. You're riled up here.
Full here.
I thought you were nice.
Oh yeah, I am just a little early. Still though, this was a hilarious part of the.
Yes, this was a great exchange there.
Okay. Yeah, 3304.
Put the liquor down, fat ass.
Yeah, fuck you, bitch.
Did you see the liquor leap out of the glass trying to get away from your gullet?
I didn't run, bitch. I'm right here. Do you think I'm?
I know you can't run. That's why you got beaten down by 4 Portuguese men.
Anonymous, fake, anon faggot Jim Augustine who changed his name to get away.
It's Augustine. God, how drunk and dumb are you? Say it with me.
Nobody is scared.
Say it with me, Ralph.
And they won't ever be scared. Fuck you, bitch.
Augustine. Ralph, come on. You fake being religious. You should be able to say.
So wait a sec. So did Medicare just reveal his actual last name on stream? Is that what I?
Yeah.
Oh, so
he doxed himself.
So people know who Mr. Augustine is.
Yeah, people have known since he was James O'Shaughnessy or whatever. Patio Furniture.
Oh shit. Medicare was a furniture guy?
Yeah. His name was Patio Furniture.
That's fucking cool, actually.
This particular
Nobody
name.
gives a fuck.
Augustine,
You want to talk over me? We can do it all day. Like I said.
Are we gonna holler? Are you a fixer?
Does that sound familiar?
What you won't let me talk? So why won't I?
Come on, holler for me.
Why won't I, bitch?
Ralph.
Why won't I, bitch? Like you're so fucking
Ralph.
silly. Like you're so fucking silly.
Ralph, please holler for me. Give me the southern holler.
Holler for me. A cancer patient who can't even leave his fucking house, who thinks he has some anime babe who's like fucking 200 pounds. You're a fucking joke. Your cam whore girlfriend is a fucking joke, and your whole life is a fucking joke.
That's about it, Sammy.
Ralph, can I ask you?
It was just the holler over me. You know, it was the same thing he had done with Dispatch previously. So it was funny that this happened again. Like in the Bloodsports fucking Apocalypse 2 is essentially what this is.
The Rage Pig clip too is absolutely hilarious. You know, when he called Ralph a Rage Pig. And honestly, Mersh is kind of Mersh isn't really a Rage Pig as much as like a Rage dinosaur with those tiny little with those claw hands and that neck goiter. I don't know if you saw the beginning clip from Philip Wave, but that sums it up just all right. I think
he's like a little retarded T-Rex.
Yeah. And then, he has literally become the the T-Rex meme that's out there. I think someone actually may have photoshopped his face over the T-Rex thinking meme or something like that. So yeah. Medicare versus Ralph, and then Medicare versus Mersh, he won both those battles, even though he's a dying cancer man. Now also, Medicare's Teespring store got taken down this week, and there's speculation that it could be there's kind of a betting pool on whether it's Mersh or whether it's Ralph. Who, if you are a betting man, who would you say it is?
Probably Mersh.
Yeah, I would say
Mersh is a little fucking butthurt about them Letterman's jackets, I think.
Well, yeah,
and that fucking Medicare's making a ton of money off of that shit, basically, because of fucking at the expense of Mersh.
Yeah, well, and honestly, the whole beef between him and Medicare, I don't know how it started, but I remember, the whole tink 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 thing. Well, that started because of the whole FOIA thing, but for some reason, Medicare covered it, and then Merch on the whole. If I ever see you buying stuff from Jim's shop, well, you're on the list, kiddo. And so, just the fact that Medica has merch bothered
What
Merch.
kind of list exactly does that get you on? What list is that?
The same list that I'm on, and the same list that Apex is on, where I guess they're going to try and take down your channel and gay ops you and do whatever they, we're gonna get attacked by the terror spurgs now, whatever that means. Basically, they'll just call me a cripple. I'm sure they'll find some nickname for you, and they'll call Apex a retard, which
they're not wrong there. I mean,
no, he can be one more often than not.
I think he's certifiably retarded, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I actually have a clip of him admitting to it on stream. That he's,
I mean, very, very low IQ, smooth brain. Yeah, we already knew Apex was retarded. That's not a new story. So if they want to run with that sort of shit, I mean, yeah, more power to you. You know what? I'll sit outside of Apex's house with them and say he's also retarded if they want. We can all go post outside Apex's house and tell him how retarded he is.
I would love his reaction. I would love his reaction to that.
Just 1,000 Terrorspurgs in his front yard, posted up fucking signs and shit, telling him how retarded he is. He comes out with his retarded cat. Just two retards just standing at the front door, staring out to a fucking crowd full of fucking Terrorspurgs. This sounds like an amazing thing.
And just you at the front of them saying that's right.
That's right, retard.
Yeah. You and jeez, I found, as much as I give Apex crap, I am thankful that he introduced me to. But man, he found you through the weirdest Discord server I've ever been in, which is the Aid Tacky Discord. Aid who has won against Ralph now, I guess, by not being in a relationship with him anymore.
Yes, Ralph fucked up major there, and she damn near got his ass real fucking fucked up because she's part of ED, right? They don't fuck around over there. And Ralph became the topic at hand. So, Spurgs were doing crazy shit to him.
So ED is is like a more advanced version of Kiwi Farms, from what I gather.
It's an older version, pretty much. Yeah, Encyclopedia Dramatica. Another site for fucking A-logs.
Mm-hmm. Geez, I wonder Owen's page would look like on there by chance. Probably. Well, it's probably not even on there because I think Kiwi Farms took over kind of around the time.
Yeah, I don't know how interested they would be in Owen. You know, he's not an old enough fag for that.
No, he was pretty close, but no cigar. Oh, so I don't have any particular clips from this prepared, but I am curious. I tuned into the Kino Casino stream last night with Vicious Vickers, who is not vicious at all. In fact, at least not to the audience. And in fact, he sounds younger than I thought he would. But that interview was, I think, fascinating. Just to hear his side of things as to what happened.
Yeah, and I don't know. A lot of people criticize him for being a bad parent or whatever the fuck. I mean, what else are you supposed to do in that situation, right? I don't know what other choices that he was left with. So, maybe restrict access to your kids' internet a little bit, I would say, so that they don't get in that fucking situation in the first place. But other than, how they were saying stuff about, why do you keep it going? Why do you go on these shows? Why do you instigate Ralph? Well, he had good answers for everything because it keeps Ralph making mistakes.
Well, okay, from my perspective, it seems like, he didn't really know what was going on. A lot of older, not that he's like super old, but a lot of older parents don't really seem to understand the internet or internet culture. So he was unaware.
Well, he gets it now, though, don't he?
Yeah, he was unaware of what was going on, and then, to have your daughter basically get abducted by a 34-year-old fat ass, he had to learn real quick.
Well, and, I think Paige ran, or I think that Faith ran away to what's his name's mansion, right?
Yeah, to Dick Masterson's.
Yeah. So I don't think that he abducted her. I think that she kind of ran away from home on her own accord, right? So I don't think that Mr. Vickers really knew. I mean, I think he knew that she was talking to, Ethan on the internet. I don't know the degree that he knew the kill stream was popular. I definitely don't think he assumed that his daughter was going to go run away with the circus.
Right.
Johnny Arcade says Vickers let her run away. Maybe he did. I honestly don't know, the details of all that. But, that's a possibility too. Maybe she was being such a cunt. He was just like, get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's really weird because, teenagers are just messes in general. And then you have this whole internet subculture, and there are so many niche groups that you can fall into. I mean, imagine how many, parents out there have kids who are into, that are into the whole griper thing, and they don't know what the griper movement is or anything like that. They think that their kids are just in some like weird frog anime shit or something like that. But it's a lot more than that. So from my perspective, and I'm not a parent, but it seems to me like he did the best he could given his limited knowledge.
Rainpipe says when Ralph first went out to meet her, she had just turned 18, I assume. That's what the story is, and that he had actually, been talking to her and grooming her since she was under 18.
Yeah.
Johnny Arcade said he was doing the treat her like an adult deal. Okay, well, that makes sense. Yeah, it looks, bad decision. Yep, backfired right on his ass, didn't it? But I mean, if she just turned 18, that's a gray area, right? They're still fucking living under your roof, so they kind of got to listen if they want to continue to have a place to stay.
Mm-hmm.
But they are technically adults. They can do what they want. So, I mean, if she was going to be like, oh, I'm just going to fucking move to Dick Masterson's mansion, then, that would have been her fucking prerogative. Her dad couldn't stop her from doing that. But at the same point in time, he also could have been a complete and total bastard when that shit blew up in her face and she had to come back home. And he could have been like, moving to Masterson's mansion, huh? Ain't coming back home.
My question would be, for Faith is, what the hell attracted you to Ethan Ralph other than fame? Granted I'm a cripple, but damn.
Who knows, Sammy? Maybe she likes thumbs up her ass. Maybe she has a fetish for small penises. There is a number of fucking reasons she might have liked Ethan, I don't know. Maybe she likes Ralpha males. There's who knows. She has been known to be a chubby chaser. Mr. Vickers did say that last night, so she obviously likes fat dudes.
Well, I guess I'm SL then.
Oh, that's okay. You didn't want Faith anyway. She's damaged goods.
And then chicks love guys who never shut the fuck up. Well,
that's probably true too.
Well, yeah, Johnny. Why do you think I do a podcast, dude? Johnny gets it. He gets what this whole entire show is about. People think I'm on here for politics. No, I'm just here to get the chatty bitches.
Rainpipe says, Ralph reminds me of one of my best friends who always got women. Women seem attracted to the confidence and swagger in addition to the E-fame. Yeah, that's a lot of what it is, right? A lot of it is going to be fucking how you carry yourself.
Mm-hmm. Although, I don't know, Ralph, to me, man, I mean, even in his heyday, he didn't seem that. I mean, yeah, he had confidence, but he also had a lot more ego.
Well, I mean, it was pointed out to me, Sammy, that he didn't admit fault when Medicare fucking cornered him last week. You got to have a lot of confidence or be very fucking cocky to be, basically shoved in the mud like that and not admit that you fucked up. And not one time did he say that he was in the wrong. No. Or apologize for anything. So, I mean, the dude, as wrong as he is, he's a pretty confident guy about being wrong.
He just simply left, and he just simply left the stream last week, and then other people came on, and I have to admit, I didn't watch the whole entire 4 hours. I just watched the first two when he and Medicare were battling each other, but it's been interesting to watch that whole thing unfold. So you said you think Ethan Ralph is done, huh?
I think he's lost the majority of his audience. I don't think people will be watching him to watch him. Like seriously, I think that people will just be the remains of what he has left over as an audience is just going to be A-logs and people laughing at him.
So he's essentially become Owen.
And there's an easy way to not give him views, just by watching other people's stream snipes or whatever. So I think that here on out he loses a lot of views because you'll have just 5 of these guys that are covering Ralph's bullshit, and you'll watch them stream it instead of watching him stream it.
What I find interesting too is that like at this point, Ralph doesn't seem to either care. Neither does Mersh. It's it's bad publicity is also good publicity, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny made a good comment. I wish Jim had told him to take his glasses off during that stream.
Yeah, I think he was crying.
Yeah.
He had him off the next night, no problem. As a matter of fact, was making all sorts of excuses of why he should have had him off. So it's like, all right, well, why didn't you have him off then? Because he was crying.
Also, probably because he was bloodshot and drunk or maybe high on something. I don't know. I haven't done drugs except for I haven't done drugs except for smoke marijuana. But usually that's when you put your sunglasses on during a stream is when you're just wasted.
Yeah. Johnny says people will still watch the kill stream for the guests. I can agree with that to a certain point. But the problem is Ralph's been burning so many fucking bridges that how many guests is he going to have left here shortly? I mean, you already got people like Jay Dyer who he just, and Nick Rakita who he just annihilated the fuck out of. So, he's losing guests here. Richard Spencer puts up with them. He's got to the point where he's on very fucking thin ice with Nick Fuentes. He just keeps destroying everything.
Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me about that. And yes, Miss Whiskey, Sammy Dunn did the marijuana. I haven't done it.
The marijuana.
I haven't done it in a while, but the last time I was in Colorado, I did do marijuana, and maybe I did some marijuana here in Florida too.
Good old Robbie says Fuentes won't deal with them anymore. So there's a lot of things that are kind of brewing into that whole deal. He's got his exclusivity contract with Odyssey coming up that goes into effect March 31st, I believe. So I don't think he can do his kill stream on Cozy. So that will have to come off. I think he was still thinking about doing Sunset Tequila Sunrise or whatever the fuck he's got going on these days. His Saturday night show over on Cozy. But he just had a whole bunch of problems because he said faggot and nigger last week, and that was on Cozy, and Nick's already in a ton of heat, right? So he don't want that shit. They had a meeting, I believe they must have talked yesterday or last night or something about the whole deal. Nick was sounding like on his stream he was considering kicking Ralph off because he couldn't be having that shit on Cozy. But Ralph reported last night that everything was cool between them, that he was going to continue to stay on Cozy for the time being. And he also, on his collage of pictures in the background behind him, changed the upper left-hand corner picture to be a picture of him and Nick shaking hands.
Yeah, I saw that last night, which was bizarre. Okay,
Johnny Arcade says to kill your audience, you have to attack them. He hasn't really done that yet. Well, actually, Johnny, his Discord server is actually dwindling right now because he has doxed and done a bunch of other gay ops on his own mods and shit. So they're all jumping ship. That circle is getting tighter and tighter over there every day because the fucking numbers are dwindling.
Okay. So someone just sent me this a link to this on this is from r/Mersh over on Reddit. So this is an interesting thread. So ever since the Medicare stream, Mersh has been spiraling. And today, he even said something really weird on Twitter. He was like, "Oh, I used to like to get beat up when I was a kid. I got off on it," or something like that. Well, someone, I guess today, found this old thread from Mersh's Facebook back in 2013.
Motherfucking A-logs.
Yep. And he's talking how his dad is a train wreck. And he admits to being a fuck up, basically. And I think this is around the suicide watch thread. He basically says, "My dad is a miserable drunken failure. He says he started a radio station, which I don't know if that happened. Here's what's really interesting. Someone said, "Yeah, but you never banged your mom, right?" And here's the really kind of cringy part. Mersh says, "I can't be totally sure, but I have banged a lot of chicks, so it's not a definite no." That right there. Wow.
I don't even know what to say about that.
Yeah, neither do I.
There was a lot of rebuttals to that, but not that I fucked lots of girls. It's possible. Ugh. Damn, bro. That's dark.
Yeah. And yeah. It's insanely dark. And I mean, the whole entire subreddit is just filled with posts like this. Even Mersh's Twitter is like this. If I go over there, let me see.
That's Mersh, though, right? He's not really in touch with fucking everybody else, and he's the type of guy that finds that dark humor that everybody else just shudders at. Like, he thinks that shit is funny and that a crowd is going to laugh at that.
Yeah.
You can see that in some of his other stand-up comedy. It's like, the crowd just, they die at a certain point because he starts going with a joke and he builds up to it and then he just destroys it with just a bad line at the end. It's like, oh my God. Ugh. I can't even be bothered to even give that a second thought.
And that, that seems to be a common thread with a lot of these, personalities that we've run into in the past few years, at least me and John Arcade, because Owen has major mom issues. I don't know about Ethan Ralph, but I would imagine his family situation probably isn't too good. You know, he's having baby mama issues of his own, certainly. And then Mersh, who, yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know what to say about this. So Mersh is Chris Chan before the mom's sexual assaulter, according to this subreddit. I mean, I don't know. Chris Chan is, first off, Mersh's mom isn't alive anymore, and she didn't have dementia either. But if true, this is just as messed up.
Johnny Arcade says, I think Mersh wants to be unlikable, makes it much easier for him to disregard someone who doesn't like him when he frames it as intentional. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Totally does.
Yeah, somebody's way more easy to fucking dismiss when you're like, yeah, they're just a piece of shit anyway.
Let's see. I think if I can find this tweet from earlier. So this also got really dark. Mersh actually tweeted this morning, and Apex retweeted it. So again, I don't know where the gamma is tonight. He was supposed to be here, but so yeah, let me see if I can share this. Okay. All right. Okay, so
that noise is Sammy swiping his fucking trackpad and then clicking it.
Yeah, I need to get my actual mouse back in here, but yeah, that is my trackpad. So apologies to the chat, but at least my fan's not blowing up this week, right, Whiskey?
Yeah.
No fan noises. But yeah, so this is Mersh's latest cope to deal with the trolls, and specifically to deal with the subreddit, I think. I used to be the kid in school who would take a beating and go home feeling happy about it. I honestly get off on attention of any kind. The negative attention more than the positive. The people who hate me the most, the ones who think they're owning me, makes my dick hard. And all I said was, this explains a lot. So yeah, Johnny, I think you're spot on with your analogy of Mersh. That's literally what happened with him. And I mean, he's openly admitting it now that that's the case. So, again, just wow. He's not even trying to hide it anymore. So, but anyway, well, I can't think of too much more else to cover. Any other thoughts on this on these two goofballs? Whiskey?
No, I think that's about all I got.
Yeah. Now they are supposed to meet up in March in Texas, the two of them. Which I don't know if that will happen at this point. either because they'll turn on each other or because their lives will individually fall apart before then. So I don't know. Any thoughts on a meetup of the Gunts?
They should smash their guns together and see if they fucking implode. They should just ram guns.
I would
It'll create a black hole in the center of the earth.
I would love to see that just for just for the comedy of it. But I don't know if that's gonna happen.
This is what it's like when guns collide.
Oh shit! That might be your best soundbite yet. Anyway, though. One last thing I want to ask you about. So our trolls, Carl's not here tonight, but when he is here, I've noticed that he likes to refer
Shout-outs
to
to Carly.
I've noticed that he likes to refer to you as the crypto daddy, or something like that, which is funny because Mersh was also claiming to be a big crypto daddy at one point. That was one of his things for a couple months, but you actually know about crypto. You do a whole show on it.
That's right.
If I'm not mistaken, right?
I sure do. It's called Buy the Dip. We do it every Sunday night at 7 Central.
Are you guys?
Come check it out. Yeah, we're gonna be doing it this weekend.
So after the Super Bowl, right?
I didn't even think about that. Oof. All right, we might take a break this week.
I might tune in just because this year the Super Bowl. I mean, there's going to be a party and whatnot, but I really don't care about the Super Bowl this year. But so I know Miss Whiskey might because she's into sports ball.
Yeah, I'm sure Miss Whiskey's going to want to watch.
I think so.
She likes the gore of the game.
Yeah. So yeah, Robbie, let's finish off some of these comments in chat. So yeah, Larry brought up the fact that he is Owen's piano teacher. That is correct. Not a very good one, Larry. I hate to say it, but he probably played good when he was your student, but he doesn't play too well now. I don't even know if he plays. So
Johnny Arquette said the bowling alley is in a strip mall between the thrift store and a Big Lots. High class shit. That's right.
Yeah.
You know that's right.
That's where
we don't want to pay shit for the venue in this motherfucker. I think it was donated by a fan, wasn't it? The space.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be some big event. That is a good point though. Someone brought up to me a few weeks ago that like one of the reasons why Mersh should consider working out is because he's going to be. Apparently, they're going to do a live stream at the bowling alley together, and wouldn't that require both of them like standing up and being on camera?
No, you know what would be? You know, it would be almost too good, Sammy. Is if you fucking had this like jack to the fucking tits Mersh, and then you had fat ass fucking Ethan Ralph next to him. That would also be almost as funny as two fucking guns.
Well, there you go, Mersh. You have your motivation. I doubt it's going to happen before. We're already in mid-February.
Yeah, what do I got till fall? Is that when the shit's going down, or was it spring, or what? I don't remember what the date was.
Let me see. Let me see here. I think it's on Mersh. I think it's on Ralph's. Yeah, Mersh, Ralph. I get the two mixed up. Gee, wonder why. I believe it's pinned on Ralph's Twitter, which I'm surprised he hasn't blocked me yet. I did get blocked by the weird leather jacket. Shit, I'm forgetting the guy's name. Johnny, the weird movie critic guy who went over to Teddy Spaghetti's platform. Oh, Razor Fist. Yeah, I got blocked by Razor Fist this week for calling him a hypocrite. So, okay, let's see here. Holy crap! Let's see. Ethan Ralph blocked me. Oh wait, no, he didn't. False alarm. I'm not following him though, so I bet if I do follow him, I'll get blocked. Okay. So this is from the Guns Twitter. Let's pull this up. Okay, so for the folks listening at home,
you know what, Sammy? You don't got tink 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 tink. You got shh 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 dunk shh 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 dunk shh dunk.
yeah, that's my thing. Scratch, tink. Scratch, tink. Scratch, tink. Yeah, I'm scrolling through Twitter like a madman. Scroll.
Johnny Arcade says Razor Fist is one hat away from being Mr. Slave.
Well, yeah. So did I tell you why? Did I tell you why I got blocked by Razor Fist last week?
Yeah, you said because you called him a hypocrite or something.
Yeah, well, I called him a hypocrite because Apex, again, thanks a lot, Gamma, dug up one of the tweets that, so I guess Razor Fist's girlfriend, Razor Fist was promoting NoFap for a long ass time. And I guess his girlfriend, stole his phone and it basically went onto his account and basically let it slide that he jerks off all the time, right? And he deleted the tweet immediately, but Apex screenshotted it and retweeted it, so he got blocked. And then I tweeted it out, and one of Razor Fist's taglines is "God fucking speed," but I just tweeted out with the tagline "God ejaculation noises speed," and I got blocked immediately for tweeting that out. So, needless to say, I'm proud of that.
You should have made it God fucking skeet.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of there with that no fap shit. Anyway, though, speaking of Twitter, so Ethan Ralph tickets are now available for the Killstream Kingpin Invitational. April 2nd.
Oh, it is spring. Okay.
Yeah. April 2nd in Dallas, Texas. We're going to have a wild party at a private bowling alley. Oh, and we'll do a show and some stuff too. The Communist, Hippo Juice film, 18K Goldman, and then Harrison of Texas, who I guess is an InfoWars guy. Hippo Juice film is Royce, who I guess Royce is not that sick as we initially thought. So I guess depending on whether you look at it, that's good or bad. But yeah, so April 2nd is when this shit show is going down. But will the documentary come out before then? We don't know.
Let's fucking hope so.
I can't wait for the spiral from Mersh after the porcelain dog comes out. That'll be that'll be funny at least. So, but so I think that finally wraps everything up. And anything you would like to front other than buy the dip?
Nah.
Alrighty then.
Shout out to Miss Whiskey.
Shout out to Miss Whiskey. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Johnny Arcade.
Shout out to my girl
to
Carly.
Pete's Hard.
I know you'll watch this later.
Yeah, to Carly, who will watch and probably clip this later.
Yeah, she's gonna be A-logging me.
On GSK, on the Game of Secret Kings. By the way, Whiskey, I don't know if you realize this, but you've become like their new favorite person.
I love them too.
They know nothing They know nothing about you other than supposedly you're racist because you called them Reddit Mexicans.
Yeah, I love them.
So yeah.
Keep writing articles, boys. Carry on.
I just need more of you guys to subscribe to the channel. I'm almost at 800.
You motherfuckers are all property of the Whitfield Report at this point in time. We own you. I never seen so many people wasting their fucking time on me in their entire life. It is amazing.
I love to go in there and read what they have to say about the streams.
It's like a newsroom full of retards writing stupid shit that's all wrong.
I mean, it's hilarious, but a lot of it is just, a lot of it is more fantastic than what reality is. I'm in my real life, I'm boring as fuck. Like if any of them were to follow me around, I think the most scandalous thing I might find is that like I go to Dunkin' Donuts every morning instead of Starbucks or whatever the hippy dippy coffee they like to.
Hey guys, you know what I do in the morning? I get up and go to fucking work because I got a fucking real job where I make real money. Because I don't have felony problems and stupid shit.
Well, not all of them are felons.
No.
But yeah, you're not an internet personality.
I don't know. Some people might consider me an internet personality, and maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But I'll tell you what, if you think you're gonna milk me for laughs, boy, you're wasting your fucking time.
I mean, I mean, I milk you for sound bites, but that's
yeah.
completely,
Those are the only laughs you're getting out of me.
those are completely different. So,
Hey, and if any of you motherfuckers got any questions, just come ask me. I'll tell you whatever you want to know.
yeah, who knows? I've been thinking of doing an AMA on there. Maybe they'd like to have you on for an
Maybe
AMA.
that would probably make they would just melt, Sammy. Make every one of their days at the same time.
They'd all just collectively orgasm.
I think they just love the sound of my voice. I don't even like to hear myself talk that much, to be completely honest with you. But you know, I can tell the haters they they love it.
Yeah. Well, you know, you do have that voice that, you know, people like it. So,
all right, well, let's get the fuck out of here, Sammy.
yeah. So, thanks for tuning in chat. Happy Super Bowl. I don't care who I'm really rooting for. Go Bengals, I guess, but I don't really care. Buy the dip, maybe on tomorrow, maybe not. Regardless, I will leave a link for Whiskey's channel in the description after the show. And thank you guys for watching. Good night, and I'll see you next week.
Later.